was, a little kind of a hesitant thing to go there, but I think a lot of the Border Patrol agents are enthused about coming to work and protecting this border community. But I saw a lot of people from Calexico, a lot of young men and women that are joining the force that grew up here. So I made it a point to highlight that they need to work with our community, because our community doesn't distinguish between a green uniform with a badge and a blue uniform with a badge and a light blue uniform. They see somebody in a uniform and they want to feel protected. They want to be able to approach them and say, hey, I'm having this issue with a neighbor or somebody's breaking into a cross. They need to be able to feel that comfort and trust level to be able to approach them and know that something is going to happen. I know that at least our police chief has made a commitment to work with them and trying to get this process rolling. They've said that they're willing to work with us as well, but we have to see whether or not that pans out and put into place. But at least I made it a point for their incoming guys. Yesterday, we were invited to Mexico's independence ceremony that the consulate puts on behind us. And besides the ceremony, I took the opportunity to solidify a meeting with Mexicali's mayor, because we're having issues with the port again, and delays and wait times, both on the Century and the regular line. So we're going to be meeting with him in the next 2 weeks. I'll ask a member of the council to join me, but they want to meet with our law enforcement, with our public works, and we're meeting with their counterparts. So I managed to get his commitment for Mexicali to take the same people at the table so we can work on this. This is in the next 2 weeks, and it came from the port of entry. So obviously it's effective now. The last thing I wanted to talk about was, Ralph, I don't know if you were able to share the Excel spreadsheet that I devised last week. I think it was Friday. I emailed it out to all the department heads. I think council, I don't know if you saw it, I sent it out. It's a very easy form for every department head to give us a weekly report. There's 3 things that need to be inputted. A number, which is a percentage on a project, any deadline, a date, and then some progress notes. I'd like to see that being shared through the city manager's office so that you can share that with council, so that we get weekly reports on what's happening. So we don't have to wait two weeks to get, So that was emailed out last Friday. If we can have that done, Ralph, I'd appreciate that. And we will move on to the consent agenda. Any items wishing to be pulled by council? Number 5. Okay, I have number 5.
Number 9.
Number 9 actually is not going to be approved tonight. It's not ready for approval yet, so if that can just be continued
Okay, we'll table that.
to the next meeting.
We have a map.
Right, I think it was an error that was left on the agenda. None of the backup material was given to you.
Thank you.
I'm just asking the question, why would it be on the agenda if it cannot be approved? On the consent agenda.
The city was working with the developer to get the information that we needed to have it ready for tonight. And so it was anticipated would be on tonight's agenda. I'm not exactly sure if it was communicated to the city clerk that it needed to be removed. The decision to remove it was really just last Friday, and I believe the agenda was given to you guys a week ago.
Right, since we're trying to implement these new procedures, the preparation of the agenda should have been deadline. If it wasn't, then it should have been.
Just for members of the public to know, we're now posting our agenda and all the backup material online a week before our council meeting. So if there's some items that you check back on the website from now from time to time and see if there's some items, they'll be on the website. Any other items besides number 5? Okay, do I have a motion to approve consent items 1 through 4, 6 through 8, and 10? So moved. Second. I have a first and second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Item number 5.
Well, we'd like to discuss this item, especially we have also some, merchants from the downtown area. Ralph is proposing, and I know this is a request of merchants from the downtown area, to enhance, to re-inject the money back into where it's belong. And I think that it's a good idea, Ralph, to congratulate you for coming up with this idea of, as you know, we increase the meters in downtown area, and we've done it because we need money to renovate the downtown area. So unfortunately, people will have to pay more parking, more for the parking space, but eventually downtown area would be much better looking than it is right now with additional revenue that is coming from meters. It is correct. The whole intention from the beginning was to revitalize the downtown area and to put the money back into it. I would like to know what the impact will be to the police department from this revenue, and why not spend 100% of the revenue into downtown area. I would like to know if there is, I know that there is, now that we increase the meter, there is an increase in staff and personnel. There is more enforcement in downtown area, so we have to sustain that impact. But I would like to see, after calculating exactly what it is take to put additional personnel there to enforce those meters, and since we're working now on Sunday and holidays, there's more revenue coming in other words. So I would like to do this in proportion, because if we were just to pay the personnel, every penny that is left should be going back to downtown. That's the whole purpose. There's no need for that money to be sitting in the general fund and going to pay other things when it's collected from certain areas. So my recommendation is that after paying for police enforcement personnel generated because of these additional hours that we have, that every penny goes to downtown, because this is where the money is taken from. So if it's 200, so be it. It's 300,000, whatever it is. After the expenses of this additional personnel, all the money should go into downtown area. And under this item also, we would like to bring this back again and have a business plan, have a plan. How this money is going to be spent. If we're going to get first year 200, maybe next second year 300, soon enough you're going to have some money there. How we're going to spend that money? I think that we should set some guidance to have a plan of what is that we want to add into downtown area. You mentioned trees, Moreno mentioned lights, new restroom, all of this with additional of the $400,000 that we have. But I think we need to come up with some plan, a very concrete plan to say, okay, this is how downtown is going to look within 10 years. 10 years, it might be $2.5 million that we put it back in the downtown area. But the way things are looking right now in downtown area, after so many years collecting revenue, it doesn't pay for itself. We have collected for years. I mean, that $200,000 probably for years, because I know that there is more revenue collected on the meters than just paying personnel. So we can take from this revenue and pay for engineer, or to pay for somebody who is working in parks. Every penny needs to be spent in downtown area after we pay cost of personnel. Thank you. That's what I want to make your attention.
I have reiterated that before in previous meetings, where I think the meetings that are elected from the meters should be going to anything that would help make the downtown area more secure, improved in more aesthetic, maintenance, cleanliness, whatever it takes to lure more customers to the downtown area. And I would stick with the primary reason is those meters that are placed before these businesses. Since they're the ones that generate it, that's where the money should be spent.